Alright guys, so welcome back to the team analysis or team builder video for week 6 of the PPL against Slyro and the Pittsburgh Pyroar. So we're gonna go over Slyro's team because I want this to be a bit more professional when I do stuff. So he's working with Scizor, Gardevoir, Tornadus Eye, Crustle, Mega Blastoise, Kecleon, Simisear, Lantern, Conkeldurr, Dragalge, and Tangela. He picked up Tangela and Simisear in the latest transfer window. I don't remember what he dropped exactly, but that's what he decided to pick up. So those are the possible mons he can bring. Out of all the possible mons I can bring, I have Sylveon, Latios, Milotic, Hitmontop, Metagross, Rotom Heat, Goodra, and Excadrill. So, looking at his team, a big threat to my team is obviously the Scizor. The Scizor, I don't have a lot of swap-ins for. Hitmontop, if it has Aerial Ace or like Wing Attack or something, if it gets a Sword Stance up, that OHKOs me, like regardless of Intimidate, which is why I'm running this set. If I can prevent him from getting a Sword Stance up with a Life Orb Technician Scizor, obviously I'm going to want to have Rapid Spin, Close Combat, and Bullet Punch in case I have to bring this in on the Gardevoir to get some priority damage, and Bullet Punch will do a lot of damage to it. Because I totally expect him to bring it in on this thing. Now, he's got 252 in HP, 4 in attack, and 252 in defense with an Impish nature. So, I believe without a Sword Stance up, a Aerial Ace from Scizor does 45 to something, 50 something damage. So if I can get to the point where he will do that much damage to me, and I can do counter, and it's a bit gimmicky and probably will never happen, but even if he goes for like I don't know, Bug Bite or something that'll do a lot of damage, I want to be able to take down Scizor easily, because he is a big problem for my team. I don't know if he'd run Choice Band in Scizor. I've never really seen Sly do a whole bunch with Scizor. Usually it's like it's standard set with Scizor. Like sometimes he doesn't bring Bullet Punch, which would be amazing if he doesn't have Bullet Punch, because Sylveon would be able to take it out easily. If he had Iron Head, I think I'd still live that, but So moving on to my next mon, Sylveon. So this is my main firepower for the team. So I've got Choice Specs, Pixelate, Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Hidden Power Fire, and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is just there for coverage if I ever want to go for like a safe move. Psyshock is there for the Goodra, possibly the Milotic, although Hyper Voice, Hyper Voice kind of destroys that thing anyways. If he brings a specially defensive, this thing literally two-shots his entire team. I think it one-shots Tangela, it one-shots the Simisear. I don't think it'll one-shot Kecleon if it's Assault Vested, or Lantern if it's Assault Vested. It'll probably two-hit KO them, I don't know. But I'm bringing 240 in HP, 252 in special attack, and 16 in speed. 16 in speed is just so I can outspeed the Gardevoir. I just don't like Gardevoir. I hope he doesn't run too much speed investment on Gardevoir. If he does, that's a problem. Actually, I might have to recalc that because I don't know how fast Gardevoir's base 80. So if he runs at least 4 in speed, that's 1. So he'd be at 81. So I should outspeed Gardevoir with the Hyper Voice. So that'd be nice. HP Fires to try and catch the Scizor on the swap-in. I kind of can expect him to go for the hidden, like the swap in for Scizor, because he can swap it in once. It'll live a Hyper Voice, even if I'm Choice Specs, and he can scare me out with a Bullet Punch, and he could possibly either U-turn to get initiative, knock off to do a whole shit ton of damage. So if I can predict him to go into Scizor and get a hidden power fire off, that would be amazing, and get that thing out of my hair. So yeah. Now moving on. This thing pretty much destroys his entire team. Even assault vested, specially defensive Conkeldurr, max HP, max defense, does not live a Specs Hyper Voice. I think it's a roll, like 96% chance in my favor that he lives it. But I don't know. I originally had max speed on this thing, but I changed it last minute before genning to 16 in speed because I wanted that HP investment just in case he has a bunch of priority moves that I can live. I have to be wary of Gardevoir because it could Wish Pash, it could Heal Bell. It's just a problem for my team, and I don't like it too much. So now I'm bringing Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat is a somewhat weird set. So I'm bringing Leftovers, Overheat, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split. So with the speed investment, I want to be able to outspeed. I think this allows me to outspeed max speed Scizor. Barring a Bullet Punch, I outspeed it. I think it goes to 117, and I think I'm 119, or it goes to 118 with max speed. I don't know if he'll be running that. Will-O-Wisp is there. I need to be very careful because if he has Conkeldurr around, it's most likely Guts. I don't want a Will-O-Wisp that thing. That's a bit of a problem. But I have Pain Split there because I might need recovery because Rotom Heat is gonna be my swap into Scizor. It's gonna be my swap into Gardevoir potentially, and it's just I needed this thing on the team, and I just wish it had better recovery because it would have been a lot nicer. If I had possibly, I was also considering a Resto Chesto set, but at the same time I was just like, that could be really situational, and I have to play it, really well because I get one chance to Resto Chesto and wake up, and you know that's not what I need. Volt Switch, probably this thing gets completely walled by Lantern. And he'll probably bring Lantern expecting me to bring Rotom because it's, you know, I need it for Scizor. So, yeah. So he'll most likely have Volt Switch to stop my initiative. He could bring Water Absorb for my low tick, but you never know. I don't know if he'd bring specially defensive Lantern, but probably a max HP variant. I don't know. He's also brought Choice Scarf. He's brought Choice Scarf, Lantern. No, it was Choice Scarf Donphan. So I can kind of expect him to bring like Choice Scarf Lantern or maybe Choice Specs Lantern. So yeah, that'd be interesting. This thing is, if I find out Conkeldurr is not Guts, I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is, you know, a safe play a lot of the time. And, you know, it just gives me options sometimes. It's also there to burn the Scizor, which, like I said, is an extreme problem for my team. This thing also can somewhat swap into Tangela. I mean, it can swap into Tangela and force it out, but it's a predictable swap in. Yeah. So now I also have Latios, a Life Board variant, 252 speed, 252 special attack, and 4 defense. Timid nature with Draco Meteor, Hidden Power, Fire, Surf, and Psyshock. So in a test match that I had, this thing did a lot of work. Scared the Gardevoir out somewhat with the Psyshock. If it's specially defensive, it doesn't do too much, but it'll do more damage than Hidden Power, Fire, Surf, or Draco Meteor. I could run a physical set, but seeing as his team I get no fire coverage, I'd rather run the special set because that Scizor is a giant fucking problem for my team. Conkeldurr is also a giant problem. Don't have a whole lot for it. That's really bad, but you know, I don't have things to swap into it because a Poison Jab will destroy Sylveon. Rotom Heat, if it has Stone Edge or something, That'll hurt a lot. Probably kill, actually. You know, the surf is there for Semi-Seer, or well, what was the other thing? Surf is there for Semi-Seer, Psyshocks for Dragalge, and Conkeldurr, you know, Lantern if it's especially defensive. Yeah, just it'll do a decent amount of work to the entire team. So yeah, it'll be alright. So now moving on to my next set. This set's a bit weird. So yeah, as you can see from the EVs, this is really a strange set. I've wanted to run Mixed Goodra for a while, but Goodra's move pool isn't as amazing. Actually, did I say mixed? I meant physical. But Goodra's physical move pool didn't really work out for my favor in this match. So I decided to bring this strange set that I did calcs with. So with this set, I have Assault Vest, Sap Sipper. This is gonna be my main swap into Tangle Up, because you know I can't have him firing off Leaf Storms. I can't have him leech seeding, I can't have him sleep powdering. I don't need that in my life. I don't like grass types. And this is why I got Goodra, because I want those grass types gone. So I've got 240 in HP, 84 in attack. This will allow me to 2-hit KO a physical Blastoise, physical Mega Blastoise, and a physical Lantern, which is amazing because if he brings the Mega Blastoise, which I fully expect him to, because it's such a good counter to Rotom Heat. Like, what do I have to swap into a Mega Blastoise? What am I gonna go into my Lotic? What's that gonna do? It's not gonna do much. Like, I could Toxic it, but you know that isn't gonna do very much. So I don't have a whole lot for Mega Blastoise, barring Rotom, and I don't want to swap that thing in on this thing. On Mega Blastoise. This is also a somewhat swap into Lantern. Barring a what is it? Choice Specs Ice Beam. I take hits from that thing fairly well. So yeah. 28 in special attack was just leftovers. I guess I could have added that to speed, but I wanted to do a little bit more damage. Possibly, you know, to Gardevoir if I ever need to Sludge Wave on it, to Scizor if I ever need to Flamethrower, and just Draco once Gardevoir's gone will do so much to it. So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll definitely be nice. But yeah, that's my set. I forgot to mention the 152 in special attack, special defense. That'll just allow me to be overall bulky. It might throw him off when he's damage calculating, so that'll be nice. And now, moving on to the most basic of basic sets ever. The set that pretty much never changed from EVs. 252 HP, 252 defense, with 4 in special attack. Bold Nature, Scald, Recover, Toxic, and Ice Beam. So this thing is kind of walled by especially defensive Gardevoir. That's why I have Toxic, but you know it has Heal Bell, and so does Lantern. So don't really have too much for the Lantern. Lantern is a bit of a problem for my team. Tornadus is also a big problem. Goodra can kind of take hits from that. Sylveon will do decent damage, but if he brings it, it outspeeds my entire team. I think it outspeeds Latios by 1 point. So if he runs like a physical one, a knockoff from that thing will do a butt-ton, so don't have a whole lot for that. Probably gonna sneeze, but that's my team analysis, and I will see you guys in the next video.